Hey yo, what's good? Ms.Fit, Murder F Gang. This is my dumb advice. Hey yo, what it is? Hey yo, man, what's good? Ms.Fit, Murder F Gang. This is my dumb advice. Bow, man, what's good, man? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Feels like it's been a while. I'm super excited. Feel like I got a great episode for y'all today, man. Of course, without we just gotta let it be known. Aye Verb is in the building today, man. Shout out to the boy Aye Verb. As you know, he's a legendary battle rapper. He's done so much for the culture. But today we hollering at the swordsman, all right? Because on top of him being a great battle rapper, he also is a very misogynistic guy, and I feel like I had to talk to him. I said, Verb, I just want to talk to you, Verb. I just want to talk to you. I want to hear his perspectives, and I feel like it'd be a great conversation for my dumb advice. I thought it would be great for the audience. I thought it would be great for mankind. I thought it would be great for women across the world. I'm here speaking to you. Speak through me, people. Speak through me. Yes, we got prop gang in the motherfucking building. Show love with the props. Show love with the props. That's how we eat out here. Y'all know what's going on. There's caffeine in the building. But let's get right into it, man. Without further ado, I want to introduce my man, Aye Verb, in the motherfucking building. What's good, man? How you feeling?
All right, praise Verb. All right.
Yo, man. All right, cool. We gonna get right down to it. Yeah, we know you the best rapper in the world. Cool. That's all good and dandy. But I'm here because I've been watching your show, man. I've been watching your show. Yeah, you got some interesting point of views, brother. You got some.
Yeah, it's kind of sick, twisted type shit, you know. But I'm never wrong, though. I'm never wrong. Yeah. I don't be wrong, though.
I mean, it's a little interesting. I saw, I saw the conversation you had with a couple of the girls. My shocker is how on some level I feel like the girls be agreeing with you.
Yeah, they do. Well, because it's real. It's real. It's like, I mean, I don't deal with fake shit. You know what I'm saying? So I call a spade a spade. It's wrong is wrong, is right or right. Yeah, they don't got no choice to. You gotta agree with God, man. Why wouldn't you agree with the God?
What do you mean?
like what sanctions a woman to have her own opinion dealing with birds? Like, I decide.
Well, from what I get from it, and a lot of times, it sounds like you just feel like the man is superior on every level, and the woman should just bow down to them.
Oh no! On my show, what I do is I highlight the bullshit that they sweep under the rug. That's what I do. All the fake shit, all the scandalous shit, all the manipulative moves and all that shit, that's the shit I highlight. I just let them know that y'all and us are the fucking same. We're no different. You cannot put us in a box that we're so fucked up and y'all are dirtier than us in some aspects. So all I do is shed light on the shit that people be blind to. Like, okay, so y'all didn't see this? Y'all don't see this. Like I had a young lady on there yesterday. I said, hey, shout out for me somebody, a man you had that did something real for you. She couldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. But on the other end, she would say, when a woman mad and she break up with you, she's gonna say things like, "Oh, he wasn't shit," but she's not gonna ever tell you, "Oh, he held me down. He took care of my kids. He did those things." She's never gonna bring those things up. Over here, we stand for something. We're not going in the house. We're not going in the house. No. Right. Over here, this is not where on my show. It's not happy wife, happy life. No, it's right is right, wrong is wrong. That's it. Straight like that.
Well, I agree with you with that women are capable of fucked up shit just as much as men. I believe that. But then there's certain things where you kind of make it seem like we should be superior though. You do be saying shit like that. Like, all right, cool. the conversation you had with Hustle, I saw that one. I thought that one was a little off. Um, yeah, on
That
some
was that was shenanigans though. That wasn't even on him.
that was
Like, I
Shadid.
mean, I can't carry a refrigerator up the steps. You know what I'm saying? But we got a better chance than y'all. Like, what the fuck?
Yo, when
So
I
I
when
can't.
when we saw that, me and my girl was watching it, and I was like, "Look, first of all, I could carry a refrigerator up the stairs. It depends on what refrigerator we talking about here. All right."
Yeah, if you're talking about a little small one, yeah. But if you're talking about one on your back, no, we can't. It takes two of us. But I have a better chance of doing it than y'all do. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, no, I can't do it either. No.
Well, what is your stance on? So, are you in a relationship currently?
Yeah, I'm always one. I'm always happy. The thing is about how how things work with me. I'm big on respect. You
Okay.
got to respect. I'm gonna respect you. You're gonna respect me. You play with me. I'm playing with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just finding a balance of, okay, you know, this is what I think. This is what you think. It's not okay what I think and then you just do what I say. No, I'm not saying that. What
Right.
I'm saying is we're not gonna walk around like you're superior than me. We're not doing that because when bullets start flying, I gotta hop out the car. You don't. So we're not gonna play that game.
So
In
you,
86% of marriages, the man dies first.
hmm.
I'm not to be second in command and leaving this world before you. No, the fuck I'm not. So if you don't
Okay.
like that, if you don't like that stat on it, just go across the street, go fuck with somebody else. But I'm not second in command if I'm leaving first. No fucking way.
All
Just not.
right. So you feel like you should be superior
No,
in a
it's just
relationship?
I make the last decision on everything. I make the last call. That's simple. On every team you got a star player. And
Okay.
in clutch situations, they're gonna get LeBron. What you think, Brian? Don't matter what it don't matter what play that coach call up because he ain't out there. LeBron might say, no, that's not gonna work because they doing this. No, we're gonna do this like this. That's
Mm.
the end of it. Same thing. I'm
But
LeBron in any situation.
but there's women that who's capable of playing those roles though.
Yes, no, big time. But look, but see, I'm so petty. I will let you try first. Like if I know that it's wrong, go ahead try. Go
Hmm.
ahead try. But once you fail, stand down and don't even say nothing else. I don't care what I tell you. If I tell you we driving it, you follow it. I'll let you try it first. If I know it's not gonna work, try it. And as soon as you fail, just bow your head and say, okay, let me submit. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you don't believe in the whole 50-50 thing then? We do
As
everything
far as what?
50-50 in a relationship, meaning financially 50-50, pretty much everything. Like you do your share, I do my share, or you feel like in
At
some
a
shape or
time,
form you always gonna do more or they always gonna do more.
the man gonna lose more every time. He's
And
going to. He's gonna lose more sleep. He's gonna lose more money. He's gonna lose everything more than y'all. It's
why is
just no
that?
getting around.
Why is that?
Why?
Why do
Because it's so many things on a man's shoulder that we have to do. It's
uh-huh.
too many things we have to do. Too many. Like, okay, if I'm dealing with a girl and she got kids and they not mine, I
Mhm.
take that I take that responsibility on. So
Right.
when they hungry or when they need a haircut or when I gotta go do that, that's cutting into my time. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take mine and take theirs and still do for me and do for you. It's too much on a nigga's shoulder.
Oh,
So it's simple. You're gonna follow the rule, or you could just go get you a beta nigga and keep it moving, and everybody happy. But I'm an alpha.
yeah, but not necessarily like in that same situation you just mentioned, right? If you date a woman with a child, not necessarily those responsibilities will fall on you unless you're actually jumping out the window to do that, right?
Oh,
Because
it's
I
gonna
don't
fall on
think
you regardless. It's gonna
nah,
fall on you
I don't.
regardless. 'Cause you in, it's no way you gonna be in the house with a woman. No
Hmm.
way. And her kids is there, and you ain't gonna do nothing for them. Ain't no way. It's not
Well,
possible.
you will, but it doesn't mean that you would be taking on more responsibility than her. Is what I'm saying.
No, not than her. I make my life harder because this is shit I don't have to do. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have to do this shit. But
Hmm.
I take that what come along with you. So it's you, then it's whatever children you have, then it's me and whatever children I have, then I gotta go make money and I gotta deal. It's too much shit on my shoulder. So I'm not taking nothing.
But see, you
Period.
have kids as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So say like you date a woman that's not your baby mom's, isn't
Mm-hmm.
she taking on the same kind of responsibility that you're taking on with her children?
Not necessarily because mine don't live with me. If I live by myself, they don't live with me. With her, they live with her regardless. I got to see them anyway. You see what I'm saying?
But
Anyway, go. So hers is more optional. Mine's is I have to.
That's not true. So all right. So
Okay, so you think I can lay up with a girl in the
mm,
house with her and her kids and not do nothing with her or nothing like that?
I think you should. That
Yeah,
that that
okay,
makes
but it's
sense.
still an option because here go the thing. If I'm not spending money, I'm gonna have to spend time with these little niggas. I'm gonna have to talk to them. I'm gonna have to do something with them. It's still my time is still leaving. It's still leaving. I'm still losing something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, it don't matter because if I'm sitting in the house with you and you got two sons and it's a nice day, they might want to go outside and shoot ball or something. That's still my time.
Right.
That's still shit that they daddy should be doing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm take that on. Then when I walk in, it's okay. I'm hungry. Okay, so what the fuck we gonna figure it out? So what is it about me?
But it will be the same responsibility that falls on a woman with your children. If you have your kids in the house, don't she gotta feed them? Don't she gotta talk to them? Don't she
If
gotta
I
do all
stay
that?
with her, with a woman, the kids live with them.
Not
99%
all the
of the time.
time. Most of the
90,
time. Most of
yeah,
the time.
99% of the time, a woman got her kids.
Yes.
Most of the time. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
The man does not have the children living with him in most cases. No, he does not. That's very rare.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
unfortunate, don't you
It
think?
is unfortunate. Yeah,
Right.
it is. It is. But okay, so that means when I come to a woman, I'm coming to her as just me. I'm not coming to her as me and this. I'm coming to her as me. So your main thing is, okay, you gotta learn just to be quiet, suck my dick good, make sure I'm quiet, and that's it. The fuck? It is not hard.
The girl you with now, does she have kids?
Mine.
They're yours. Or she don't have kids. It's just your kids.
Yeah.
So this is a perfect example, Verb. At this point, she's taking on solely only your responsibility. So wouldn't she be taking on a lot more than you are?
No.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Are you with somebody right now?
Yes.
Do she have kids?
Yes.
Okay, all right. You see how weak that yes? Yes, it was. Okay. So are you telling me you ain't never dealing with these children?
You should. I think on some.
No, I'm asking you.
No. Yeah, you should deal with the children on some level. You don't have to. I don't think you have to. I think you should. I think no one is obligated to do anything. I don't think. But I think in a relationship where you're with somebody with a child, you should on some level have some kind of relationship with them.
Okay, right. So guess what? If your girl needs you to go pick them up, you're gonna go pick her up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your time. You could be doing something else. It's
Yes.
not your responsibility.
Right.
Right.
I didn't disagree with that part. My situation, my point is that you were saying most of the time the man is taking on more of the responsibility because they play the alpha role, right? But in this situation, with you specifically, you have a girlfriend that does not have kids or responsibilities, but you do. So in this situation, she's actually the alpha that has more responsibility than you because you came with yourself and your kid and she came by
Who gonna
herself.
feed her? Who gonna feed her?
She probably could do that too.
That shit ain't the same type of shit. No,
Why,
it's not.
why is not
That's
the same?
Okay, when you have a woman, you take on another bill. That's a bill. That's a child that you sign up for. Any problem she has, you got to deal with it. That's a fucking problem. If her head hurts, you have to deal with that shit. If she's short on this, you got to deal with that shit. If her baby daddy tripping, you got to deal with that shit. No, you sign up for that shit. So those are things you take on that have nothing to do with me. They have nothing to do with my life.
True.
Nothing. So that means it makes my life more harder. See, when it's a woman's kid, she has to. When it's a father's kids, he has to.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have to. I didn't make them. Okay, like if one of my cousins has a baby, I didn't make that baby. My shit is optional.
Right.
I don't have to fuck with you. I don't have to carry you around with me. It's not my. I didn't make that.
True.
But if I do, it has to be saluted differently because I don't have to. I don't fucking have to. It's not my job.
I agree. But your woman right now has taken on more responsibility than technically she should. She's taking on you and your children, and you have multiple children, correct?
No, but see, that ain't the same type of shit though.
Why
because
not?
It's a thing where, okay, if I'm with a girl I have children by, that's both our job. We both signed up for that. Okay, because guess what? None of my kids' mothers, they have never been in a barbershop in their lives. Do you understand that? that falls on the father. They have never sat in a barbershop in their lives.
That's probably because you
Okay?
take pride in the
That's because,
barbershop experience. No?
right. No, no,
As a
no.
man.
That's because I deal with it because it's my job to. You
It's
understand what I'm
not
saying?
your
It's my job.
job. It's because you
No,
want
no.
to do that.
If they're my children, I go to the barbershop, you go to the barbershop. That's just that. Okay, so it's a lot of mothers that have to go to the barbershop. That one thing. I also take my daughters to the beauty shop. I sit with them when they get their hair braided. Hours, 8, 9 hours. So that load gets shared. It's not a because these are things I have to do, and I don't do them and look at them as, oh, I'm doing something. No, these are my jobs.
Right.
My job. That's why I've won Father of the Year award a couple times, schools and shit like that. So these are my jobs because I signed up for them. I created it. I got to go do it. Like, okay, what you're doing right now is your job. You
Right.
created it. You have to go do it. I don't have to do a motherfucking thing in that building. If I walk in there and I sweep the floors in there, that's because I'm doing it because I choose to. You understand what I'm saying? Like if I bring you lunch to your job or if I bring you a new mic and new headphones, that's because I choose to.
Right.
I don't fucking have to do that.
Well, I mean, obviously, I feel like going to the barbershop and taking your child to the salon is part of being a dad, correct?
Now wait. Here's the thing. Before you speak on being a dad, you gotta know what that shit like. Ask a question.
It's part of being a parent. Let's say part of being a parent.
Ask a question on any of your social medias in a minute. How many mothers go to the barbershop? You're going to see that bitch light up. They're going to say, I have to take them. I hate going to the barbershop. I hate walking in there with my leggings on, my ass fat. Everybody's just talking. I hate that. That's what they're going to say.
Okay.
Now, ask yourself, how many baby mothers? Now, this is the post I want you to make. How many baby mothers have never been to the barbershop? You leave that post right there and see what happens. That right there says, hey, somebody's around putting in their time. Time.
No, listen, I think, to be honest, I strongly believe that the male prefers to take their son to the barbershop because it is a masculine experience for some reason that men feel bonded with their child for. So I don't think
we're saying the same thing. What we're saying is the exact same thing. That is a job of a man.
Yes.
But there's a lot
of a parent,
women.
Period. I think that's a job of a parent, period. Whether you're a male, woman, I think you have to groom your child to keep them up to par.
Okay, let's ask you a question. Mm-hmm. You don't have any children, right?
No, I don't have any children.
Okay, two different things. Like if a crackhead telling me what smoking dope feel like, I can't question him. I don't smoke dope. I don't know what the fuck that is. I have no idea. Until you step into that role, then you're gonna know that this is really that. This is really that, because when you just ask them. Men their mothers should never go. But if you make that post, you're going to see that motherfucker light up with women saying they have been to the barbershop. They have to take their sons to the barbershop.
Well, see,
a lot of men don't have time.
That goes along with what you said earlier, that most children are with their mother because either the father is absent or the father is doing something other than grooming their children. So the reason why more women are taking their children to the barbershop is because they have to. Now, if they have a present father that's in the picture, most of the time that father's gonna want to take that responsibility because it's a bonding time for him and his child.
Listen, you know how many men don't fuck with their sons and shit?
Again, that's unfortunate, but that falls on the male role.
But a lot of times it goes deeper than that. It goes into the mother. If the mother causing that man a headache, he is gonna step away from that shit. It's just what it is. If the mother can't have that man to be what she wants, she will cause that nigga hell, and he will walk. So it's a whole chain effect. But no matter what, if I'm with her or not, or whatever the case may be, that we don't. When it's time to be dad, I don't play that shit. I'm pulling up on you, and that's what it is. Mm-hmm. So, but those things do not count as being a father. I'm saying if they're not mine, they do count. You see what I'm saying? If they're not mine, I didn't make them. It's not my responsibility. I don't have to do a motherfucking thing. Because when you walk, all the time I put into your children mean nothing. Absolutely nothing. You see what I'm saying? Because they're not mine. They're not my family. Everything gets swept away. If we fall out, everything I did for your kids don't even matter.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I do think as somebody coming into a relationship where they don't have kids, right? Now this is just I'm speaking from just a realist perspective. If I come into a situation without no kids, I feel like I agree with you on this. I'm not obligated to do anything for your child by obligation, right? But by the love I have for this specific person, then I am wanting to play some kind of role in this child's life, to have some kind of influence because
Now,
damn.
now wait. You're right. No, but guess what? If she say fuck you tomorrow, nothing meant nothing. Nothing meant nothing.
I mean, I
If she
agree.
say I'm done, yeah. If she walks off tomorrow on you, nothing means nothing. You're not going to get saluted for doing anything for them children. Nothing.
You probably
All
won't.
that shit is cut off. Yeah, you won't. You right. So that you're at more of a risk. And when I say you, I'm speaking to you. You're at more of a risk because you're coming in and you're taking on. So you got to deal with her. We all know what it's like dealing with girls. That's a fucking headache.
Right.
That's a complete headache. And then you got to pick up other headaches. But if she say fuck you tomorrow and close the door on you and say I'm done with you, means nothing. You lost.
But
You lost everything.
I think the only disconnect me and you have is I don't think it's dedicated to a specific sex. I feel like men and women will share that same experience because the same way the girl you with now may do whatever it is she want to do with your kids, the moment you feel like you don't want to be with her no more, she not the stepmommy no more. It's on to the next bitch, and none of that shit counts.
Well. You know what? Honestly, I'm gonna give that. I'm gonna say it is still if she's the type of mother, if she's a motherly person, then yeah. But most of these girls are not here for shit, but to gain. That's most of them. Most of them ain't gonna even look your way if you can't do a goddamn thing for them. No, they're not.
Well, I mean, I could agree with that on some shape or form because no woman wants to. Well, at least in my perspective, no woman wants to be with a partner that has nothing to offer, right? Meaning nothing to offer spiritually, mentally, intellectually, and financially, right? Because nobody wants to support someone else completely. Because I don't want to do that shit. You don't want to do that shit. I don't see no other woman wanting to take care of a man. But at times, I feel like men and women play the exact same roles a lot. Like a woman could totally, completely take care of a man on her own without him doing absolutely shit for her. And that happens a lot. It's not always put on the man. A lot of the times, the man is the one kind of eating off the girl.
Well, that just depends. Maybe that's some New York shit, but that ain't how that fly here. Like I don't know what the fuck that is. Like it's not gonna happen. Just like okay, just like y'all world, you don't need a car. You tell a bitch you ain't got a car out here and see what happens. You ain't going nowhere. Where the fuck you go? Hey, look, I gotta click on too because they hit me to get on. We gonna come. Let me come back tomorrow earlier.
Back. We gonna get back. We gonna get back on it. Yo, Verb, it was great. It was great.
For sure.
All right. Yo, Verb is different, man. We got to get back into that conversation, me and Verb, because you know, I'm just trying. My point that I was trying to make is basically, you know, he's saying these specific roles are kind of dedicated to men and women, and I just don't necessarily agree. I feel like men be getting supported by females, men be like, it's the same shit. It doesn't always fall on the man, all the responsibility. I can't eat that because I see a lot of situations where dudes is eating off girls, and the same way, vice versa. And I'm not letting girls off the hook here, because it be times that bitches come to the table with nothing to the table, and now the man got to do everything. But I don't agree with neither one. I feel like everybody should pull their own fucking weight in relationships, and then that's just gonna be what it is. But I feel like the point that I was trying to make in regards to the situation with the, you know, the dad and the stepkids, and like he even said it himself, like he ain't had no point there. Like if you come in with no kids as a woman or as a man, you still taking on an extra responsibility that you didn't have to deal with prior to the relationship. So we definitely gonna get into it early. Me and Verb, we gonna get a full episode out of that guy, because we gonna have to run it up. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have to run it up. It's always a pleasure talking with Verb, because I feel like he is the best person for my dumb advice, man. I feel like the show was probably in the back of my mind, in my subconscious somewhere, was made to speak to men like Verb. I feel like his perspectives are super one-sided. He almost never speaks from a woman's perspective. Where in my situation, I can speak. For me, I can see wide enough and is open mind enough to kind of see from both perspectives, and actually can speak to the dominant role or the more submissive role, because I've kind of felt like I've been in both. But yeah, I'm gonna have to strongly disagree with Verb in his point on saying the man always takes on more than the woman, when I just don't think that's necessarily true. Because a lot of the time, the woman has to raise the child, she has to raise the man, she has to keep the household, she has to do all this shit. And not to say that the man doesn't have an important role, because I feel like if a man is doing what he's supposed to do, then he is taking on a lot. You know what I mean? If a man is doing his part, then he is bringing 50% or more to the table in order to help that relationship grow. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, so I just don't think responsibility falls on a man or a woman specifically. I think as partners, when you decide, hey, we're partners in this shit, right? We're together. We're going to be together. Soon as you say that shit, you now have a responsibility to that relationship. It's like a pot. I consider it a pot. It's like a fucking swear jar. If y'all both fucking swearing, y'all better both be putting cash in that jar. You feel me? I don't think one role should be more dominant than the other, because say like if I'm paying all the bills, then I feel like you should be doing something else. And I'm not saying it because obviously I'm a woman. So it's easy for me to talk in open perspectives, because obviously if I'm paying all the bills, that's typically or stereotypically the man's role, right? But no, I pay the fucking bills. I ain't a man, but I'm putting out the chicken. So if I feel like, yo, if I'm doing this part, then all right, cool. What part are you gonna play? You know what I mean? I'm not no Chef Boyardee, and I like to eat high quality meals. So if the girl that I'm with, shout out to wifey, I would appreciate if she made me fucking 5-star Gordon Ramsay meals, because that's what I need from the relationship. So this is where we meet in half, right? Look, I'm willing to pay for that expensive ass fucking filet mignon if you cook that shit. Now that's where we meet in 50-50. You know what I'm saying? According to Verb, he buying steak, cooking it, fucking delivering it, eating it by himself. And that's just not the case, because a lot of the times the woman is playing a vital role in whatever situation that she's in, taking care of the home, and especially if there's kids involved. If there's kids involved, bro, like a woman plays a detrimental role in that child's life, because the woman is doing the nurturing. She's taking care of that kid at all times. Again, not to say that the man's role is not important, because a child needs their father, a child needs their dad, a child needs that person in their life for whatever it is that they supply to them. You know what I mean? It's crazy, because you would think, right? Some people would say some shit like this: child needs a father in their life to teach him how to be a man, right? Like when they have a son, child got to teach him how to be father got to teach him how to be a man. But there are situations where the man in a relationship is the more sensitive parent, where the father could actually be the one to teach their child to be sensitive and caring and loving, where the mother in the relationship is a more stern, hard, teaching them how to be respectable and have a backbone and shit. So it's just a lot of ways to wing it. And I really feel like, and I strongly feel like, you can never put a stamp on something in a relationship where it's like man, female. Because it's whatever the fuck you contribute to the relationship. You feel me? Like, Growing up in my household, right? Mad old school, right? My pops, he did the working. My mom did the cooking and the cleaning. They worked together and still together to this day because one canceled out the other. Where one lacked, the other one was strong at. Now, in today's day, we all might not necessarily agree with that path, right? Because women like to work. No woman wants to be in the house cooking and cleaning and have nothing to offer the world. They want careers. They want to be successful, and attain just as much success as a man could. So, boom, that's great. But cool, if you're bringing money to the table now, it's okay for the man to cook. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what you dishing out. Gordon Ramsay is a chef. Again, he's a man. And I'm pretty sure he's chefing it up in the crib. And it got nothing to do with being a man or a woman. It has everything to do with what are your strengths? What are you contributing? What do I need out of this relationship? And what are you giving me out of this relationship? You feel me? Because I'm going to come to in a relationship knowing exactly what I want, when I want it. Yo, shout out to Wifey for the watch. Shout out to Wifey. I just had to give her props. This is fire. But you gotta really understand what you want when you go into a relationship. And you can't be mad if you go into a relationship and you not getting what you want out of it because you never put that shit out there in the beginning. Now, we gonna back it up a little bit and kind of give y'all some game and my dumb advice, because this is what the fuck I started this shit for. You feel me? You know what I mean? Aye Verb done woke me up out my battle rap bag and got me in my dumb advice bag. And I feel like I got a lot to offer y'all, and I'm gonna just give y'all the game. Listen, ladies, fellas, let me put you on. If you know what you want, right? You go into a relationship like, all right, so boom, this is what I need. I'm this kind of person, I'm gonna need this, I'm gonna need that. I'm this kind of person, I'm gonna need this, I'm gonna need that. Now, if the person that you're gonna be with feels like they can fulfill that, and they made obligations, and they said, yo, I can do that, I can meet you there, that's when you should be able to have a successful relationship. Now, in the event that you go through that relationship and you feel like they're not giving out what you expected and they not reaching your expectations, then that's cool. Get the fuck up out of there. Go be with somebody who's gonna meet those expectations. Because I swear, you gonna be a mad bitch or a mad motherfucker when you continue to be years in somebody's relationship and they not putting out the promises that they put out in the beginning because you think a motherfucker shoulda, coulda, woulda, and they finna do. Ain't nobody finna do shit. Let me tell you. Let me be the first to tell you. If you been with the mother for years and they ain't putting out what you want, it ain't finna happen. I'm just letting y'all know. People can change, but nobody's changing that much. Real shit. Nobody's changing their entire character. Nobody's changing their entire character. But I say all that to say this, right? We all should look at relationships on a scale on not how much you could do for me, but the content of which what you can provide to the relationship is going to benefit me in a positive way, right? And that's okay. Some people might look at that and say, well, that's selfish because you're looking to a relationship to get something out of it. Well, of course. Absolutely. I'm in a relationship 100% because I want something out of it. I want happiness. I want sex. I want fucking spontaneous trips out the country. Like, there's certain things that I require from a relationship, and I feel like I'm in a position where I should be able to request that and get that. And if I can't, then there's an issue and we have to address that issue. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the kids situation, I do agree with Aye Verb where he says it is your choice to do so. I believe that. I believe that very much to be true, that it's your choice to contribute to that person's child's life and to do like parent duties with this child that now is a new person in your family or whatever the case may be. Because he makes a good point, and I gotta give him props. He does make a point, because when you leave that relationship, everything you done did in that shit means absolutely nothing. Granted, because I've been there. I've helped raise somebody's kid, and I don't know what the fuck that kid is doing right now. Don't know. You feel me? So I feel like you should always have the choice. You should always have the choice whether you want to be in that child's life and what you get to contribute at all times. You know what I'm saying? Rita Puffin Loud, what up, baby girl? She does make a good point, because she says it isn't a choice when you live together. Now, of course, if you live in the same household as the child, I do not think it is a choice, because at this point, you've already made your choice. So, I mean, I'm sorry. I still stick with what I say is it is a choice. Because if you choose to live with that person, that's the choice right there. You're making the choice to live with that person and their child and be a part of their life. You feel me? That is a choice. You could say, yo, I prefer to live by myself. You could live with your child and we could continue to do our thing like that. But if I make the choice willingly to live with you and your child, now I'm openly making that decision and say, hey, I want to be stepdaddy or stepmommy to your child, and I'm with all the shits. You know what I'm saying? But to Verb's point, he was trying to say, oh, like, I'm doing more as a man providing for someone else's child than a woman would be providing for someone else's child. That didn't make no sense. Because my man Verb has some children, his girl ain't got none, therefore she's taking on way more than he is off the rip. From day one. It's crazy. Crazy. So what you mean? That doesn't make sense at all. Which part? Says some women contribute more sometimes. It isn't always on the man. I absolutely agree with that. And that was my point. It's never always on the man. I don't think on no level it is always on the man. In today's day, just based on my perspective and based on my experience, what I see on a day-to-day, I see a lot of women taking on men. Some dudes don't even have jobs. I know some dudes that's still trying to fucking make it in music, and they woman is supporting them 100%. That shit doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. I can never be the person in a household that's being supported by their girlfriend. And I'm a fucking girl. So as a man, if you feel comfortable with your girl paying all the bills, something is off. Something is a little off. You know what I mean? And it's not about man, woman. It's about human beings contributing to the pot. It has nothing to do with man, woman. It has everything to do with partnership. If this is a partnership, you should be contributing to this partnership. I'm not finna be here and do this shit by myself, because I will just be by my damn self if I'ma do it by myself. I could do bad all by my goddamn self. I'm not finna be broke trying to support you and me. No. Hell no. Now if I got it and I'm holding us both down and I make that choice, cool. That's Gucci. But if not, man, get up out of here with that. Get up out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a no. See, my man said it's way different. Says because love ain't about money. I don't think love is about money. I agree. Love is not about money. I don't think so. I don't think love is about money. I do think money is a huge part in a relationship. And if you feel like it's not, then you're not just being realistic. Because money keeps food on the table, money keeps the bills paid. And if you're not contributing your share of money to a relationship, then you're not helping that relationship grow. Because if you straining on the bills, that leaves less time for the fun shit. If you straining and busting your head trying to scrape up the dollars, it's gonna be hard for you to be in love and be all in the clouds and shit, cause you're fucking at work doing overtime. You ain't got time to love nobody. You're fucking slaving. You're slaving. And that's also why I feel like it's tough to have a 100% successful relationship when you ain't doing good yourself. People should always make sure they good on their own before they try to make two. Cause I promise you, I wouldn't. Yo, you strike me dead right now. I will never be in a relationship if I'm broke. Never. Why? Cause I'm never gonna be that bitch that somebody be like, oh, I support her. I take care of her. I pay the bills. No, that's just never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. Now, if I somehow fell off and shit got bad for me, right? And I was doing good and shit got bad for me, and a chick is holding me down temporarily, that's what's up. I can see that in some shape or form. But I'm never gonna be that motherfucker that's like all fucked up in the game and the girl supporting me and all this shit. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Not doing that. But what do y'all think though? What do y'all think? Man, do you think relationships are 50-50 at all times? Or do you think relationships kind of work better when it's 67, 60, 70, what percentage is that? When it's 60-40 or things like that. I think as much as we want to try to do 50-50, it's not always that way though. Let's be real, right? I have every intention on coming into this game 50-50. But it's not always like that. And I feel like Verb had that as a point, but where he was going with it is what I didn't agree with. I do think on some level, someone always takes on a little more, but it's not always the man. That's my point. Someone always takes on a bit more, but the intention should always be 50-50. But on some level, I feel like whether it's due to circumstance or just how life happened for y'all, where shit didn't work out 50-50, yeah, it could be 51-49. It could be 60-40. Like, it happens. Shit happens. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might be up. Sometimes they might be up. But on a scale, most likely, things are probably never 50-50. But again, we like to think that, and we want to work towards that. Because if you're not working towards 50-50, what's going to happen is you're never going to come to a median that y'all happy with. Right? So without that idea of 50-50, you're not going to get to where you need to go, if that makes sense. Right? Because you got to aim high to get regular is my method. It's kind of like when you fly in a plane, right? You don't fly to the fucking altitude of straight, because then you just gonna go down. You fly higher so you can meet a straight level. So I feel like if we all reaching for 50-50 and we get 40, 45, then that's better than shooting for 45 and getting 30. That's what I'm saying. Facts. Yo, let's talk battle rap. Yes, I'm the pilot now. I'm the pilot. You know, France, what up? You know what I mean? And just to rewatch, you have a point. They say people can't love 50-50, and I agree with that shit too. 100%. I don't think people love 50-50. But I want to see what my man's think of this. And we gonna check it out. But we gonna be right back with one of the hottest motherfucking rookies out. You feel me? Y'all seen the bio. Y'all seen the stamps. You know what I mean? We gonna see what he think about it. We gonna get it. We gonna see what he thinks about tits, man. I don't know. Verb, it's all about Verb. He be getting me worked up. I don't know if you seen the last interview me and Verb did on my expert opinion, but we was having some fun on there because it's so interesting. Like I love to like try to understand where people is coming from on some level. You know what I mean? Because I try to be even Stevens, and I try to kind of like see where everybody comes from. But you know, everybody just don't be on the he be talking about being right with God. He calls himself God and shit. I don't know. But who am I to talk? Cause I'm king. And that's how I rep the block. You know what I'm saying? That's how I rep the block. But Verb is wild sexist. We all know that. But anytime, we here for the smoke. Hey yo, what's good? Ms.Fit, Murder F Gang. This is my dumb advice. Bow.